I got an email this morning from a lady dog trainer in the US, and I won't mention her name, but she's sent me a video of Tom Davis to react to. She's questioning what she learned in school, and she's questioning if this is the right thing to be doing to dogs. And you know what? I love when trainers question what they learn. Now, Tom is all about aggression, but in order to talk about aggression, we first need to define aggression. But in order to do that, we need to define what a behavior is. What is a behavior? It's simply your body's response to something in the environment, positive or negative. Your limbic system controls all of your emotions, which are actually all of your instincts that drive your behaviors. So, when you're looking at aggression and reactivity, when you face something negative in the environment, your body's going to, your limbic system in your brain is going to send a signal to your adrenal glands to increase cortisol and adrenaline. That's going to put you on the precipice of fight or flight. What is that also called? Aggression and reactivity. Fight and flight is your aggression and reactivity response. It's a natural response that even humans have, but yet humans don't understand their own aggression. When you get angry and you get aggressive, you don't even understand why you do. So let's get into this video. It's a 15-minute video. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but let's get into it.
This is what my dreams are made of. I love this dog.
Okay, so right away, people need to understand what positive reinforcement is. Positive reinforcement is the removal of negative reinforcement. Right now, this dog's positive reinforcement has tried to drive away Tom Davis because Tom Davis is a negative reinforcement to this dog. Now, the fact that Tom is going to grab this place board shows that the dog is now a negative reinforcement to Tom. So Tom's positive reinforcement is to remove negatives. So now we got two negatives coming together. They're going to butt heads, and one of them is going to lose. Now, this dog is already in a muzzle and is on a leash already, so the positive reinforcement of fight or flight has been taken away. Your fight or flight response is your positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is your desire not to die. So right away, we're punishing this dog preemptively because Tom Davis is scared of dogs, and it's very clear that Tom Davis is scared of dogs in all of his videos. Let's keep on going. Now, he's going to grab the place board now because he's scared. He doesn't want to get bit. The dog's in a muzzle. What is he going to do, Tom? Why are you grabbing the place board?
This is probably one of the more reactive German Shepherds that we've worked with that you guys have seen on my channel, as you guys can see in the video.
Now, let me give you the secret to a great dog training video. You take a dog that needs exercise. This dog is a German Shepherd. And ladies and gentlemen, if this is your dog, chances are good your dog is only getting 2 walks a day in a toy in a crate. If you think your German Shepherd is going to be happy with 2 walks a day in a toy in a crate, you're sadly mistaken. You shouldn't own a dog. This dog needs to get out and chase. German Shepherds are herding dogs. That's what they were bred for. Aussie Shepherds are herding dogs. They're bred to chase. Just about every breed of dog is bred to chase, but dogs don't get to chase today. We're actually suppressing those genetics that the dog was bred with, and that's causing the behavioral issues. That's causing the dog to show aggression and reactivity. So, if this dog had some hardcore exercise, and I mean a damn good chase to get it all out of the system, this video wouldn't exist.
And my energy, I'm very, very excited to work with dogs like this. This is my passion. This is why I get up out of bed. This is why I started working with dogs. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to learn.
Now understand let's get back to what aggression is. It's a fight and flight response caused by cortisol and adrenaline. But yet dog trainers want to train that. How are you supposed to train a dog for a cortisol or adrenaline response? Human beings do the same thing, and Skinner would tell you point blank to replace dog with human child. If you have a child that's scared and jumped up, would you put the child in a muzzle? Would you have a leash on the child? Would you be pronging the dog? Would you be shocking the child? This is the reality. This needs to stop.
How to work with a dog like this and also just see that there really are no bad dogs. I love this shit, man. I love this stuff.
He's like a boxer crawling into the ring. He's going to go to war now. So we got Tom Davis is a negative reinforcement to the dog. The dog is a negative reinforcement to Tom Davis. Well, the dog is going to lose. I can guarantee you, always. Yeah, this dog needs some hardcore bloody exercise. You get this dog out chasing a remote control car or drone, let him just run the shit out of it, and this video wouldn't exist. You'd have a nice, calm, and satisfied dog instead of this mess. And again, why is Tom hiding behind a place board? The dog is in a bloody muzzle. What kind of damage is he supposed to do?
Alright, then you just back up a little bit. Alright. Okay.
This dog does not want to be here. That's the reality. This dog is being forced into a situation where it's all negative reinforcements. He's in a brand new environment. He's not getting a chance to sniff around. Now he's facing a bloody dog trainer that he's scared of. That's scared of him. And the dog knows that Tom is scared of him. What is the results? I can only imagine.
Shh. And then you just try to relax with her.
Look at the body language. This poor dog is locked up in a muzzle. He can't move. He can't fight or flight. Right now, he's standing there stubbornly doing nothing.
Ari. Ari. She's gonna try to run away on us. Shh. All right, I'm gonna get.
And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the dog is a sentient animal. If this were a human child, this would be classified as abuse. And that's exactly what Skinner is telling you to do, is replace your dog with human child. Why? Because he was replacing human with dog, pigeon, and rat in a freaking lab. Skinner proved that the cause of your behavior is no different from the dog. This shouldn't be happening. This is flat out bloody abuse. They're tormenting this dog.
Give her back to you for a moment. All right, because I don't want her to choke herself out. Switch to this.
Oh, we're gonna.
And you're just gonna put this leash.
Oh, we're gonna put another prong on the dog, are we?
You can just drop that. Nice and easy.
Okay, so Tom turned around and got the owner to put the prong collar on the dog. This is how scared he is at the dog. Because Tom wants control and management. That's it. We're going to control and manage this dog instead of actually stepping back and understand why the dog is doing this in the first place. And this is what they call dog training. Stop paying good money to do this, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your dog, get your dog out and get a good chase. Find a way for the dog to express their genetics instead of suppressing it. Because when you suppress the dog's behaviors, guess what? This is the result.
Alright, just back off a little bit.
This is pure torment of a sentient animal. This is abuse, flat out bloody abuse. I'm sorry, I don't care how you slice it and dice it. This kills me to watch. How would I meet this dog? And if people want to know how I would meet this dog, one-on-one in the backyard. I don't want the owners around. The owner, if you want to see aggression from a scared dog, put the leash in the owner's hands, and that's exactly what's going on. Notice how the owner is always in the videos. If the owner wasn't there, none of this shit would be happening. The dog would be cowered in the corner, but the tail between his legs.
And then try to just stay with her so you don't give pressure on her.
Yeah.
You're just gonna stay back tied for me.
Okay.
Basically, to just, if I want to drop the leash and walk away, you still got her. You're just gonna be a post for me. A lot of what you're dealing with is fear. You know, my main concern is like.
Yeah, exactly. That's the underlying cause. The dog is scared, and the dog needs some exercise. But instead of understanding the fear and working on the dog's fear, why is the dog afraid? We're gonna torment the shit out of the dog instead.
You know, her mental health, having to live like this is really tough.
Yeah.
As you know.
The dog is running hot on cortisol and adrenaline. That's the reality. And cortisol and adrenaline long term is absolutely medically damaging to a dog. If you got a dog that's reactive for 2 years, 3 years, this is a serious problem medically for a dog. It can lead to some serious medical conditions.
Yeah. You deal with it as well. It's a lot of stress. So I want you to, you can just drop the leash and just go and sit down for a moment. It's just a little test just to see what she wants to do here. So just ignore her for a moment. If at any point the muzzle comes off.
Yeah, some aggressive dog, right? She's trying to get back to her owner instead of attacking Tom.
You can just come grab, yep, there you go. You can come grab her. So.
Oh yeah, the muzzle's off. Now you can come grab her. I wonder why.
There's a vibration that I want to try. Vibrate only.
Okay, we're going to do another tool. This is understanding from dog trainers, right? He admits that the dog is scared, but now we're going to start applying more tools. We're going to apply prong collars, e-collars, and everything else. Why are we doing this, Tom? And you call this dog training. A real dog trainer would not be doing this to a dog. A real dog trainer would be training dogs for specific tasks. A real behaviorist would not be doing this to a dog either. So what the hell are you supposed to be? What are you calling yourself?
Come on. Yeah, it's going to eliminate like all that fight.
Oh yeah, here we go with the e-collar. We're going to get the owner to put the e-collar on the dog now. Because Tom's scared of the dog.
So we're just going to use the vibration here when she barks. You can just go ahead and sit down, man. So we're going to change.
You see, now we're going to start stopping behaviors. Punishment is designed to remove a behavior from repertoire, whereas negative reinforcement generates behaviors. Now, if you want to understand that, Tom Davis is a negative reinforcement to this dog. His very presence is generating the behaviors of fight and flight. His very presence right now is generating the dog to show aggression and reactivity. But now we're going to start trying to punish the dog to remove the behaviors from the repertoire. He's trying to shut the behaviors down. He wants to stop the behaviors. That's all he's doing. He's not fixing anything. He's not addressing the underlying cause. He knows the underlying cause of this dog is fear. He's not addressing why the dog is scared. We're not going to focus on why the dog is scared. We're just going to start pronging and shocking the dog into submission.
Change up the vibe here for a moment. So every time she barks, I'm just going to be using the vibration, okay? And everything that she's going through right now is stressful, so I'm not necessarily concerned about any more stress with her. Right now, I'm just concerned about her trying to be able to think a little clearer.
Yep.
But when she's actively lunging and barking,
Because she's engaged. When a dog is engaged, there's not much you can do. There's nothing you're going to teach a dog. You need to wait until they calm down. In the face of a negative reinforcement, you fight, you flight, or you become indifferent. The problem is the dog never gets that choice to rationalize through the fear. So the dog right now is in negative reinforcement. Okay? Tom Davis is a negative reinforcement. The problem is the owner should be just standing there calmly waiting for the dog to calm down and let them rationalize through the idea that Tom is not a big deal. But instead of doing that, we're actually reaching for tools. The dog never gets to rationalize, and this is the whole problem. We're taking away that rationalization process.
she can't. So we're just going to use the vibration to take her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at this dog. She's trying to crawl up in her owner's lap. She doesn't want to be there. This dog does not want to be there. She's being forced to be there, and she's being put through all this abuse and punishment.
So good. So that was the vibration.
Look at the tail. Look at where the tail is. Look at the body language. This dog is scared, but he's not addressing the fear. Why is the dog afraid? You should be addressing why the dog is afraid instead of actually putting all these tools on the dog. This dog looks like ready to go to war. It's in all tactical gear. It's in a harness. It's in a friggin' prong collar, an e-collar, flat leash. It's in a muzzle. The dog can't fight. The dog can't flight. You have taken away his positive reinforcement. This is called abuse.
Vibration there. Why don't you just get a little closer to me? Just come a little closer to me. So right now I'm just trying to familiarize
The dog doesn't want to get close to you.
each other. That's good right there. Familiarize ourselves with one another.
Look at the body language. She can't even. This dog is totally freaked out.
Choke. Don't hang on your leash so much. Just nice and relaxed with it. So right now I'm just doing everything I can to be neutral with her. And the only time I'm correcting her because she has a muzzle on. Sorry, let me rephrase. The only reason why I'm correcting her because she has a
Now you see, if the dog wasn't in a muzzle, Tom wouldn't be sitting there right now.
muzzle on is to teach her that going after somebody that she feels like she needs to is inappropriate and we don't want her to do it. And I can
Tom, why is the dog going after people? And why are you correcting the dog instead of understanding why? The very object of the science of behavior is discovering its causes. That's the reality. But you're talking about the causes, but you're not addressing the causes. And this is the problem. Trainers never do address the cause. They take away the dog's ability to rationalize, to get through, overcome that fear, to get it through in their own mind. There's nobody putting the onus on the dog.
say objectively right now that is very helpful for her because when she came in, we couldn't even talk.
Yep.
Corrected her a couple times just on the vibration.
You can see this dog's cortisol levels and adrenaline levels gone up. And let me tell you something, when Tom starts talking about dangerous dogs, I've faced dangerous dogs in the backyard. When the dog's eyes are going bloodshot, that's your dangerous dog because the cortisol levels are pushing the blood pressure through the roof and causing the dog's eyes to go bloodshot. When the dog's eyes are going bloodshot, that's when all bets are off. You don't know what's going to happen.
And she's like, I don't want to do that again. And two things happen here, which are really important. First thing is she's like, she understands that when she barks and lunges like that, that thing turns on. The other thing is once she decides, okay,
Because they're trying to stop behaviors. They're trying to stop her from barking. This dog is communicating through barking, through body language, but they're shutting it down. They're not making the attempt to understand it.
I don't want to react anymore. She's kind of like, well, now what do I do? And in that now what do I do space is an area where she can start to develop skills. She can build confidence, right? So she can start being like, oh, well, maybe this person isn't so bad. Okay, this is just the very step.
Now, he's talking about rationalization, but he's going about it completely ass backwards. Okay? The onus should be on the dog. And I always tell owners, if your dog is reactive to something in the environment, just stand there, be calm, do nothing. Let the dog work through it. Let the dog bark it out. Let them get it out of the system. They can only stay engaged in that state for so long. At some point, they have to calm down. And once they calm down, they're going to realize, okay, you know what? Nothing bad is happening here. My owner stayed calm. They're going to be looking at the owner going, how come you're not freaking out with me? And you're going to move on. And you keep practicing that. And guess what? You're putting the onus on the dog, and the dog's going to change their operant conditioning because now you're letting the dog learn how to rationalize. And most dogs today never learn to rationalize. Once they hit that fight or flight, they're being rewarded and punished instead of being given a chance to get through that rationalization period to figure out that things aren't a big deal.
We went from 5 minutes ago wanting to kill me to being next to me and being
Wanting to kill you. This is the whole problem. They're trying to sell aggression as intent to harm. And intent is in the mind. Your mind has nothing to do with your behaviors. Your mind has no impact on your behaviors at all. Intent is in the mind. The dog, that's the reality. I'm sorry. I'm getting frustrated watching this.
Okay. Doesn't mean I can pet her. Doesn't mean I can take the leash. I'm just saying this is steps in the right direction.
I think she got me real good on the thigh.
Oh, yeah.
You see, the owner shouldn't even be there. Now, the owner is getting either scratched or bitten. And Tom is just sitting in his chair, letting it happen.
Just try to drop the leash and walk away. Just walk straight back to the table. Yeah.
Some aggressive dog, right? Look at where the tail is, up between the legs. If she was some aggressive dog, she'd be attacking Tom right now, not trying to get back to her owner. That's the reality. This is all this is all for show. This is all bravado.
And then walk back to her. Just ignore her. And then walk back again.
This breaks my heart to watch. This is just abuse. This is just tormenting the freaking dog. This is a sentient animal, ladies and gentlemen.
Her leash skills.
Look at this. She's desperate to get back. Some aggressive dog. If she was actually an aggressive dog, she'd be attacking Tom. Tom knows this, but this is all bravado.
You're all tangled up here, girl.
Take the muzzle off, Tom. Give her a positive reinforcement back. See what happens.
She's less intense now, which is making it easier.
Less intense. This dog is so jumped up on cortisol and adrenaline right now, she's not even thinking straight. Her mind is not engaged at all. She's just pure primal behaviors. And this is just pure torment.
Here to work with her. You can watch this.
Again, you get this dog out and get a damn good run or a damn good chase, and you're going to see a different dog. This video wouldn't need to exist. This dog is jumped up on everything. She needs some bloody hardcore exercise.
This window. I'm just going to bring her out here and see what she does without you.
Yep.
So I'm just getting away from the owner because a lot of these types of relationships can stem off of the relationship being unhealthy because all the stress involved, and you know, he's getting cut up and bleeding and she's reacting. And so my goal is to reduce the conflict and stress as quickly as I can. And so that
so shutting down behaviors. You're trying to shut down behaviors. And Tom, ladies and gentlemen, this is pure stupidity and dangerous, actually. When all you do is suppress behaviors, you're not addressing the cause. It's all about causality, cause and effect. Something is causing the behavior. Something is causing the effect. The effect is the behavior. If you don't address the cause, guess what? All you're going to do is suppress the effect. And if you keep suppressing the effect, the behaviors are going to get worse and worse and worse because the cause is never addressed. And the cause is going to start growing heads to express itself. The cause will always express itself. So if all you do is suppress behaviors, you're creating a dangerous situation where the cause is going to start growing more heads. And you're going to end up with a serious problem. This is stupidity and pure dangerous to the owner.
That's why I use a lot of barriers, and I make sure it's safe for me to take the dog because I don't want to fight a dog. I don't want to have to hold him out and choke him out. This is good. She's sniffing me now. I'm also very neutral to her. So
you're not neutral to this dog. You are not neutral to this dog. She's still in fight or flight. You can still see the cortisol and adrenaline going up.
I'm not trying to like overpower her. I'm giving her all my body language to the side.
Right now, she's stubbornly doing nothing. That's all she's doing. This is learned helplessness.
You can see I'm not frontal with her. I'm not looking at her. And these are all just things I've learned over the years. I've had plenty of fights with dogs before where they're coming after me and you basically have to hold them out and choke them. I don't.
Oh yeah, you got to hold them out and choke them. There's a reason why they're going after you, Tom, because you're negative reinforcement. You're generating behaviors, but all you're trying to do is punish the behaviors to remove a behavior from a repertoire. This is all science. And every bit of science out there right now flies in the face of what you're doing. You're abusing this poor dog. You're tormenting this poor dog. You're taking away the positive reinforcement, not giving it to them.
Like doing that because it just makes things worse long term for me and the dog, in my opinion. I try to like be timely with it, where I'm like, okay, I think you're ready to handle this. Baby, come here. To me, guys, she's just misunderstood. Like, I know that sounds silly, and a lot of you guys out there might.
You misunderstand the dog. That's the reality. You don't understand the science. You don't even understand what a behavior is because you're trying to shut down behaviors. Once you understand what a behavior is, none of this should be happening in the first place. That's the reality, Tom.
Be watching and being like, no, this dog's bad, but you know, I have a hard time believing that. I think she's just misunderstood. I mean, look at where we.
But the problem is, dog trainers are always looking at the dog as broken. The dog is not broken. The dog is a bloody mental basket case. This dog is a mental basket case because she needs some hardcore exercise. She needs a job. She needs a purpose in life. But nobody's giving it to her. I can guarantee you this dog is getting 2 walks a day in a toy in a crate. That's not enough for a German Shepherd or any dog, to be honest with you. And this is the result of that. The behaviors are the result of suppression of genetics. But yet we're calling the aggression not genetic.
Come in 15 minutes from being uncontrollable to where she's at now. So right now I have the plastic pinch collar on, so to reduce the choking. I have the e-collar on for just the vibration. The muzzle's on for the muzzle. She has a martingale collar on. She has a harness on.
Yeah, so all of these tools are about control, but yet you're still not addressing the cause. Why is the dog afraid? Has anybody asked that question? Why is the dog afraid?
So people always like try to.
You see, this is what the dog is in right now is learned helplessness. She's stubbornly doing nothing because of all the punishment. Now, Thomas should not be showing affection to this dog, period. This is the wrong thing to do.
Like poke and prod about, like, look at all the equipment on the dog. I'm like, yeah, well, all dogs.
All the equipment on the dog is because you're scared. If this dog wasn't in a muzzle and all that tackle gear, you wouldn't be anywhere near this dog right now.
Dogs need all sorts of different.
She knows that she cannot attack you. She knows that she can't fight back. You've taken all that away. And now she's stubbornly standing there doing nothing because there's nothing else she can do.
Different stuff, right? You don't make fun of climbers for you.
Look at her. As soon as he touches her, you can see her body twitching. She is so jumped up on hormones right now, it's not fit. But Tom is still tormenting her. She wants to get away from Tom, but she can't. She can't fight or flight. You've taken away her positive reinforcement, Tom. This is pure friggin' punishment. This is abuse.
Using different types of equipment and safety gear.
Look at the dog's tail. Look at the body language.
And her life is on the line, you know? Like, she makes, like, she had to get kicked out of a vet. There's not a lot of dog trainers that would want to work with her. So I'm just messing with her a little bit out here and just feeling her out. Come here, baby.
No, you see, she doesn't want to be anywhere near him. She's in learned helplessness. She's trying to get away from him.
I'm just gonna come in here and just ignore her for me. Try not to let her jump on you. Off.
This poor dog is so confused. She doesn't know what to be doing. Nobody's giving her any guidance. Here we go. She's going to attack again, no? Yep.
You're all right.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Choke her out. And you see, this is another big one. Correction. Robert Cabral did a video a long time ago. And he stated on camera, I don't like the word punishment, I like the word correction. Magically, the word correction went right on for the dog training community. Positive reinforcement, purely positive, IGP, balanced training, not at all using the word correction. Just correct the dog. Whenever you watch these videos, understand that when you're using the word correction, replace that word correction with punishment, and you'll understand what's going on. Because punishment is always going to try to remove a behavior from a repertoire.
So it's definitely with you around, as you know. I'm just pointing it out because
It's not just with you around. When you were in the quiet room, she was trying to get away from you. That's the reality. She's trying to escape in the void.
I was just in there petting her and putting all the collars on her, and she was completely fine.
Yeah.
Because she knows she can't fight back. It's called learned helplessness. She's standing there stubbornly doing nothing because of all the punishment. That's the reality. This is the science. Look at her. She's still trying to get away. She doesn't want anything to do with Tom Davis. But yet Tom was going, oh yeah, she's doing great. I can pet her the whole 9 yards. Take all the tools off and show us you petting this dog.
The moment I get close to you is when she comes back to me. I'm just gonna hang out with her for a minute, calm her back down. She was super calm just a minute ago.
She wasn't super calm. This is bullshit.
Yeah. I'll bring her back in a second. We're gonna get her calmed back down, and then
Does that look like a calm dog to you?
it's a journey. And you guys are watching this video. It's gonna be a journey each step of the way. I don't know what the outcome is gonna be. We don't have a ton of time. We have about an hour and 15 minutes all together, so we probably have like 40 minutes left. But we're gonna keep trying to see what we can do to break down some of these walls and If you guys are watching this and you want to see the full video, it's going to be uploaded on the Tom Davis Online Academy. Obviously a sales plug for my online academy for that reason.
Oh, obviously, you got to sell something. You got to make sure to scare owners and not put them into a trauma bomb with their bloody dog so you can sell dog training.
A lot of people can benefit from seeing every single step instead of just the fun stuff on YouTube.
So far, I see a dog with more and more tools put on. He's asked to put a prong collar on her and an e-collar on her. Nobody has addressed the cause. Tom talked about the dog being afraid. The dog is afraid. Why are we not addressing the cause? There's two main causes. The dog is afraid, the dog needs exercise, the dog needs a job and a purpose. Nobody has addressed the underlying cause, but yet they're tormenting the dog.
The 15-20 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back out and sit next to Dad and then
You think that's a calm dog? Does that look like a calm dog to you?
create this type of calmness, if you will, with Dad.
He's trying to call this dog calm. Look at the dog's tail. Look at the body language. This is not a calm dog. This is a dog that just wants to run away. Take the leash off. She's gone.
A couple things I think is going to be really helpful. The plastic pinch is going to be good for sure. The prong's too much for her because she's so flighty, and I don't want her to correct herself because she's like, I don't know what to do, and then she corrects herself and it can make it worse. Too stressful. So plastic pinch is a great collar for her. It's like an alternative.
So they call them training tools, but yet this dog will be in a prong and a pinch or whatever you call it for the rest of her life. If a dog needs a tool for the rest of his life, how the hell can you call it a training tool? What are you training with it?
The martingale that you have, so the colorful martingale, and it's just got a little bit more bite to it. So it's safer for her. It's not going to choke her out as much.
So the dog is in a flat collar, the dog is in a muzzle, the dog is in a martingale, the dog is in an e-collar, the dog is in a prong. How many more tools can we fit on this dog's neck? You can't even see the dog's neck anymore. But yet they call this dog training. The dog is not calm. Tom claims the dog is calm. This dog is nowhere near calm. What the hell is going on here? And again, we still haven't addressed the cause. The very object of the science of behavior is understanding causes. We still haven't addressed the cause. He spoke about it. He knows what the cause is, but he hasn't addressed it because there's no money in it.
The remote collar is a good option to discourage that initial reaction.
Yeah, discourage the initial reaction. So when the dog goes fight or flight, you're going to reward or punish the dog instead of letting them get through that rationalization period. They never get to understand, to go calm, and you know what? It's not a big deal.
Just to kind of bring it down a little bit. I mean, you saw it here. It was really effective.
Does that look like a calm dog? Lip licking, look at the panting.
But also, just correcting her with the leash. So the harness is going to
Just punishing her with the leash. Use the right word, Tom. Use the right word. It's not correction, it's punishment.
be your worst enemy in this whole thing, because that's what will enable her to keep doing this.
My advice, go out and buy yourself a fast RC car, find a friggin' fenced-in field, and let the dog chase until there's nothing left. Let her get that chase out of her system, and I guarantee you're going to see a calm and satisfied dog. Then take that dog for a walk and see what the differences are. Because I guarantee you this wouldn't exist.
Like if you correct her the moment she lunges, it won't go to the point where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to reward or punish that fight or flight response, and they never get the chance to rationalize through everything. So you never actually get the so-called fix the dog.
So what that means is when she comes in and the first rip she does on the harness, and she's already putting her cortisol and all of her...
Oh, he even mentions the word, her cortisol. The entire response is because of cortisol. And all you're doing is jumping up the cortisol. You're not doing anything for the cortisol.
Her stress hormones are firing off. So she's already putting herself in this very, 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 very stressful situation. And
she's putting herself in this very, very stressful situation. Notice the environment that causes the behaviors. The dog right now is an environment that's causing those behaviors. You are a negative reinforcement, and again, negative reinforcements generate behaviors of fight or flight. What you're trying to do through punishment is remove the positive reinforcement, shut it all down.
She's there, she just continues to throw gas on the fire. She keeps coming after.
It's the environment that's throwing gas on the fire. It's Tom Davis throwing the gas on the fire. It's negative reinforcement generating behaviors. And all he's done so far for this dog is put more and more tools on it. He hasn't done shit for this dog.
For me. And if you corrected her the immediate she lunged and said, hey, quit the shit, you're not, what are you doing? You're trying to hurt this random person. This is inappropriate. The moment that you stop that.
You do that to a child, what's going to be the result? Skinner would tell you to replace dog with human child. What would the result be If all of a sudden you did this to a child, you'd be in jail for animal abuse. You'd be in jail for child abuse. But no, it's only a dog, right? It's only a dumb dog. They don't feel pain. They got no emotions and everything else. And this is all methodological behaviorism under Edward Thorndike and Conrad Bloody Most. But yet he would sit there and blame Skinner.
The quicker she'll be able to calm down. I want you to just get up and go back to maybe the shelf over here, and I just want to see how she
Now let's watch how she handles it. She's going to try to get away from Tom again.
handles this. So for people who are watching, that little thing that she just did where she went to lunge, this collar caught her.
She's trying to get away from Tom Davis. She wants to avoid Tom Davis, and she's not allowed to. She's sitting there. She knows she can't fight back. She can't bite. She can't run away. This is called learned helplessness. That's all this is. And the fact that her owner is now walking away is just tormenting the dog even more. It's driving the cortisol levels up even more.
The harness, she would have just kept going.
Yeah, it's such a calm dog, right? This is really a calm dog. Do people think this is a calm dog? She's never once been calm through this whole video.
So I'm going to just try to correct the barking.
Correct the barking with the e-collar. Yes, here we go. Shut it down. Here we go. More punishment. You're trying to remove the behavior from repertoire. You're trying to stop the behaviors instead of understanding it. The dog is afraid. The dog needs exercise. And here you are just tormenting the fucking dog.
Leave it. That's the vibration, okay? Leave it.
When are you going to turn up the shock now? Did it work? She's still there. All you're doing is applying more and more punishment to a dog that's trying to get away from you. It's not. What is this fixing?
And then just come back and sit back down. So here's
Yeah, she's going to try to jump into the lap. She just wants to get away from Tom, but she can't. This is called learned helplessness, and it's not doing anything to the dog. It's actually going to make things worse.
Here's how the tables have turned. Sorry, the tables have turned. The tables have turned a little bit with her because now we're not so concerned about her coming after me.
Does that look like a calm dog to you? Tail's up between the legs. She's panting. She can't get away. She doesn't know what to do.
We were concerned about her habitually whining when you leave.
She right now is locked in a Skinner box of reward and punishment.
So it's a good problem to have. Why don't you just do it again?
Oh yeah, let's torment the dog some more.
And then come back. So it's a little.
Does that look like a calm dog to you? It doesn't look like a calm dog to me. This is pure torment. They are tormenting this dog.
Less of a problem there. That was good. Good. Off. Good. And I'm just mindful because she gets into this fight or flight where you can see it in her eye.
Oh, he's even mentioning fight or flight. There you go, aggression and reactivity. But yet he doesn't address the cause.
Sure. She looks at me like, oh shit, you're there. And there's Dad. Do I need to do something? Like I can see it in her eyes. She's doing it right now. Where she's like constantly debating in her.
And you see, the sad reality is, take all the tools off of this dog, get rid of the muzzle, get rid of all the leash and the prongs, and I guarantee you Tom Davis would not be sitting there. Tom's growing a set of balls right now because he knows that the dog can't attack him, and he's in full control. Negative reinforcements, man, I tell you.
Her head, if I'm okay to be here or not.
Yeah.
So I want you to do the same thing. And right now, what we're doing.
We're going to keep doing it. We're going to drive the dog's cortisol levels up and down, up and down, up and down. And he's calling this dog training.
This is called desensitization.
This is not desensitization, my God. Oh, my Lord. Are people really falling for this shit? Look at this dog. She's not calm. But yet, oh yeah, we're desensitizing the dog. You're not desensitizing anything.
So we're just desensitizing the trigger of you leaving. Now you can come right back. And when you come back, you can give her a little bit of attention because you did really well there. Good. And then you can.
Oh, right, yeah. Give the dog attention. Give the dog affection, no? Oh, Lord.
Sit back down for a moment. So the only time that you actually want
And it's always the same response. The dog wants to crawl up in her lap, up in his owner's lap.
to pay her like that, just a little bit, is when she does well.
Yep.
Anytime she whines or barks or does something.
And it's all reward and punishment. So we're going to punish the dog. The dog's been punished. This whole time, this dog has been punished. And now we're going to reward punishment. And people are wondering why this shit doesn't work. So we're almost 13 minutes into this video. Tom hasn't done shit but torment this dog. There's no training going on. There's no behavior modification going on. There's nothing going on. But yet his owner is sitting there confused, and he's paying Tom Davis for all this stuff. What is he paying for?
Don't give her any attention if you can. So we're going to do it again.
Again, we're going to drive the
Sorry,
dog.
making
We're going
you
to torment
work
the
out
dog some
good.
more.
I signed up for that workout session.
Good, come back. That was excellent. Much, much, much better. So pay her again. Just give her affection.
Look at where the tail is. Look at where the tail is.
Perfect.
Look at the body
Nice.
language.
Good.
Yep.
Really good.
You can hear her panting. This is a calm
Makes
dog,
sense.
right?
Yep. Do you have any questions so far?
No, dude.
Okay.
You're
So I would just say this. She has all the potential in the world to be a completely neutral dog. So we came in.
Jesus. Not once has this dog been neutral. Not once has this dog been neutral.
Absolutely guns a-blazing, as you guys saw, and now you're seeing this dog be neutral around me. The most
She's not neutral around you. You get rid of that Muslim prong and e-collar, and you're going to see how neutral this dog is. She's in learned helplessness. She knows that she can't fight back. She can't bite you. She can't run away from you. This is learned helplessness. She's not neutral.
important thing for you to understand and for the dog owner to understand is the goal is for neutrality. This dog is not going to be safe.
You see, and he's kicking on all the right terms, and we're getting into B.F. Skinner. He talks about fight or flight. He talks about the cause. The very object of the science of behavior is discovering its causes, focus on the causes. He knows about fight and flight. He knows about cortisol, but yet he's, in the face of a negative reinforcement, you can fight, you can flight, or become indifferent, which is what Tom is saying is neutral. This dog has never once been neutral. You never give her a chance to be neutral because she's never been calm. But yet we're selling this garbage, this dog training.
Enough to be handed off to other random people. I wouldn't trust this dog. Seeing other people in the house that we don't know really.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't trust this dog. Nobody trusts a dog. That's the whole problem. You will never respect or be confident in that which you do not trust. Trust is paramount. Here's the amazing thing about dogs. Dogs can't lie, they can't hide their intent, and they can't fucking hide their emotions. They are 100% deserving of trust and respect. Human beings, not so much. I trust and respect dogs right out of the gate. You have to. If you want to get trust, you got to give trust. If you want respect, you got to give respect. But there's been no respect whatsoever given to this dog at all. There's been no trust, and she's been getting nothing but disrespect. And if all the dog learns is disrespect, that's all they can give back. Correct?
Well, this is a dog that just needs to understand when we react.
This is a dog that's going to end up in control and management for the rest of her freaking life because Tom doesn't understand what he's doing.
You get corrected, and there's actual consequences.
And it's always corrected. They're getting punished. Use the right term. You're not getting corrected, you're getting punished.
For that. That's why you guys saw such a difference in the dog's behavior after we started using the vibration.
And you see, this is the bullshit he's selling. Oh, we see such a difference in the dog's behavior. There was no difference. This dog was never in a calm state. She was never neutral. She never, ever overcame the negative reinforcements.
On the remote collar. And as you guys clearly saw, this dog's real problem is with the owner. So anytime I brought the dog out to the other room, the dog was fine with me.
Okay, so it's the owner's fault. It's always the owner's fault. Not Tom Davis's fault. He won't accept any responsibility for what he's doing. Negative reinforcements generate behaviors to fight and flight. But yet Tom has no indication that he's of any blame for this.
Again, not my friend. Didn't want to crawl on my lap, didn't want to be my buddy, but tolerated me.
Tolerated you. She had no choice to tolerate you. She couldn't fight or flight. She wanted to bite you. If that muscle wasn't on, she would have bit you and you would have ran away from her. That's called a removal of negative reinforcement. That's the dog's positive reinforcement.
The dog wasn't coming after me, wasn't trying to react towards me.
She couldn't because she was in learned helplessness. She realized that she couldn't attack you. She couldn't run away from you because you took away her positive reinforcement. You took all that away. You preemptively punished this dog because you're scared of her and you don't understand her.
The moment we got back inside, the dog had a problem with me, and that's really important for you guys to understand.
The dog always had a problem with you, but you're lying to people. You're deflecting. You're trying to blame the owner instead of yourself. Again, a real dog trainer would not be doing this. A real dog trainer would be training dogs for specific tasks, not doing this bullshit. A real behaviorist would not be doing this to a dog either. So what the hell are you, Tom?
And when you have a dog's genetic disposition to not like other people.
There you go, genetics. Blame the genetics. Nobody's allowing this dog to express the genetics. As a shepherd, as bred to chase, as bred to run after something, but the dog doesn't get to chase. The behaviors are the result of not meeting the dog's needs and not meeting the breed's needs. Guess what?
Or other dogs, your number one goal is to keep everybody safe, have good obedience, and make sure the dog knows that when they react and they try to bite somebody that it's very inappropriate, so they don't do it. So you're able.
Again, punishment is designed to remove a behavior from a repertoire. Punishment does not work. Why? Because you need the constant threat of punishment. Once you get rid of all the tools of punishment, guess what? All bets are off. And this is completely dangerous and stupid to be suppressing behaviors like this. It's going to be dangerous for the owner, and the owner is going to be dealing with the outcome of all this crap. That's the problem. And when the dog bites somebody, it won't be Tom Davis that'll be to blame. It'll be the owner.
To have your cake and eat it too. Go out, be with your dog without the dog lunging and lashing out to everybody like she did in the beginning of the session. This is the first session that I've done with this dog. It's not going to be my client because I don't live here in Tennessee, but it's important for you guys to see how fast we can make changes with a dog like this.
Yeah, exactly. All you need to do is use tools. This is all IGP. Again, Larry Crone posted it to his website, his Facebook. Just listen to the genius of IGP. Just use our tools. Make it easy to shut it all down. And this is Tom Davis. This is all Conrad Most, ladies and gentlemen. Not B.F. Skinner.
In a realistic setting. So hope you guys like this video. I absolutely loved working.
I found this video disgusting. Anyways, I'm done. Have a good day.